The big breaking news that we're tracking at this hour, the big order that has come from the Supreme Court on Maharashtra, and the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde gets to keep his job despite gaining from an illegal decision by the then governor. That's what the Supreme Court has ruled. This in a setback for Uddhav Thackeray over last year's Shiv Sena mutiny. The Supreme Court said that it cannot disqualify Mr. Eknath Shinde and 15 other MLAs for revolting against then Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray in June last year. That power will rest with the Speaker until a larger panel of judges rules on it. That's what the Supreme Court has ruled. It also rejected a request to restore Mr. Thackeray's government because the leader had chosen to resign instead of facing a test of the strength in the assembly. But there is a moral victory there for Uddhav Thackeray. The court has strongly pulled up the Maharashtra governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari for taking decisions that helped Mr. Shinde's faction. And the court pulled up the governor for concluding that Mr. Thackeray had lost the support of the majority of MLAs. Now, Uddhav Thackeray just a short while ago delivered his first address after this big verdict, and he said that Eknath Shinde has won after murdering democracy. But first, listen in to what happened in the court today.
The political imbroglio in Maharashtra arose as a result of party differences within the Shiv Sena. However, the floor test cannot be used as a medium to resolve internal party disputes or intra-party disputes. Dissent and disagreement within a political party must be resolved in accordance with the remedies prescribed under the party constitution or through any other methods that the party choose to opt for. There is a marked difference between a party not supporting a government and individuals within a party expressing their discontent with the party leadership and functioning. The governor is the titular head of the state government. He's a constitutional functionary who derives his authority from the constitution. This being the case, the governor must be cognizant of the constitutional bounds of the power vested in him. He cannot exercise a power that is not conferred on him by the constitution or a law made under it. Neither the constitution nor the laws enacted by parliament provide for a mechanism by which disputes amongst members of a political party, particularly, can be settled. They certainly do not empower the governor to enter the political arena and play a role, however minute, either in inter-party disputes or in intra-party disputes. It follows from this that the governor cannot act upon an inference that he has drawn that a section of the Shiv Sena wish to withdraw their support to the government on the floor of the House.
Well, there's no actual victory for Uddhav Thackeray and his entire team. There is some moral victory, and that's what the Uddhav team is celebrating. Listen in to senior Sena leader, the Uddhav Thackerays team's leader, Sanjay Raut.
बात ऐसी है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट का अगर आप निर्णय देखें तो हम खुश हैं कि देश में लोकतंत्र और न्याय व्यवस्था आज भी जिंदा है। संविधान मरा नहीं है या कोई संविधान की हत्या नहीं कर सकता। सत्ता आती है, सत्ता चली जाती है। सबसे पहले जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि जो शिंदे गुट का व्हीप है वही गैर कानूनी इलीगल है। उसका मतलब है वो लोगों ने जो व्हीप बजाया था वो गैर कानूनी है, और हमारा जो व्हीप था उसने जो आदेश दिया है वो कानूनी है। वो उस व्हीप के मुताबिक तो सब लोग अभी डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाएंगे।
My colleague Sohit Mishra joining us for more details. And Sohit, definitely a win, of course, for the Shinde government. And while the court has given some amount of moral victory to Uddhav Thackeray wanted status quo to be restored, and they also wanted disqualification of these 15 MLAs. But none of that has happened. The Supreme Court has said that it was Uddhav Thackeray's choice to resign, so they can't change that.
Absolutely. The big question is, why did Uddhav Thackeray resign? That is exactly what the court is saying. And in some time,
जो निर्णय दिया है उस पर हम समाधान व्यक्त करते हैं। 2 बजे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी और मैं इस विषय पर प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करेंगे। उस समय इसका पूरा विश्लेषण करेंगे। किंतु जो लोग सुप्रीम कोर्ट के निर्णय पर स्पेक्युलेशन करते हुए हमारी सरकार जाएगी ऐसा कहते थे, आज उनको उसका जवाब मिल गया है। हम लोग इसके ऊपर विस्तार के साथ 2 बजे बोलेंगे। आज नवी मुंबई आयुक्तालयाच्या अंतर्गत अतिशय चांगला कार्यक्रम झाला। महिलांकरता सावली अशा प्रकारचं एक इमारत जी निर्माण झाली आहे याच्यामध्ये सायबर क्राईमच्या संदर्भातली सायबर लॅब, महिलांकरता समुपदेशन केंद्र, महिलांना डिस्ट्रेसमध्ये असल्यानंतर राहण्याची व्यवस्था, अशा सगळ्या व्यवस्था करण्यात आल्या. त्यासोबत एक निर्भया पथक देखील या ठिकाणी तयार केलेलं आहे. एर्टिगा गाड्या आणि टू व्हीलर, ज्यातनं महिलांनी कॉल दिल्यानंतर कमीत कमी वेळामध्ये त्या ठिकाणी पोहोचून त्यांना त्यात मदत केली पाहिजे, अशा प्रकारचे सेंटर देखील सुरू झालं आहे.
So there you heard Devendra Fadnavis, and Sohit is also with us live. And Sohit, we just heard Devendra Fadnavis there saying that those who were speculating whether there will be an impact on the Maharashtra government, on the Shinde government, the Supreme Court has given an answer to them. So a big victory there for the Shinde BJP-led government, but no relief there for Uddhav Thackeray.
As you rightly said, that there is a moral victory for Uddhav Thackeray. But if we talk about what has actually happened, the government is safe, and that is exactly what even Devendra Fadnavis is saying. Now, he also said that he'll speak in detail at 2 p.m. and behind me what you see is the very place where the press conference is going to happen, where the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister will be speaking. Now, yes, there were several questions raised. Questions were raised on the governor's role. Questions were raised that how did the governor say that there should be a flow test that should happen now. The questions are being raised that how did Bharat Gogavle become the chief whip of Shiv Sena? Why was that accepted? All of these questions were raised, but the bottom line was Uddhav Thackeray shouldn't have resigned. If he wouldn't have resigned, we would have done something. We would have intervened, and things would have been different. So yes, there are several flaws in the current government. That is exactly what the Supreme Court said. In fact, they almost agreed to several of the things that Uddhav Thackeray or his faction have been saying. But the bottom line, again I'll repeat, is that Uddhav Thackeray shouldn't have resigned. Because he resigned, we can't do anything right now. So questions were raised on the governor's role, questions were raised on the speaker who approved Bharat Gogavle as the chief whip. They said that Bharat Gogavle being appointed as the chief whip is illegal. But again, all of this is on one side now. These are the moral victories for Uddhav Thackeray, but the bottom line is Eknath Shinde will continue to be the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. In fact, few minutes ago when Uddhav Thackeray spoke, what did he say is that now the speaker should take the decision on disqualification issue as soon as possible, because the speaker has to decide